Learning about a bunch of new cases of police officers being accused of misusing those controversial flock traffic cameras. With the latest incident out in Georgia, 4 former police department employees are now under arrest. Georgia's Bureau of Investigation says they were all working for the Savannah PD at the time this happened. One county in Missouri is ending its use of flock cameras after an employee admitted to using the system for personal stuff. In South Carolina, a deputy got fired after an internal audit revealed he had 2,700 instances of misuse in just a year. These cameras, remember, basically track people's movements in their cars, and then police departments can use the service as part of their investigations. Some privacy advocates are very much against this. They have concerns. The company announced new safeguards to prevent misuse just earlier this month, including shortening how long they keep the data. We're out to Flock for comment, but no word back yet. Let me bring in Aaron Gilchrist, who is joining us now. Let's talk about what happened here in Georgia. Aaron, how is it used or misused, we should say?
So this is really an example, Hallie, of why there are concerns around these cameras and this potential for misuse. The Savannah Police Department was doing one of its regular audits of the license plate reader camera system, the Flock system in this case, and they say they found that there were 6 employees with the police department there, 4 police officers and 2 civilians in the department who had executed searches of the system that were not in line with law enforcement activity. It said they were involving personal acquaintances and family members, and in at least one instance, an officer gave access to the system to personnel from an outside law enforcement agency. That then launched an internal investigation. Those 6 employees were fired. And then we learned from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation that 4 of them have now been charged with crimes. The other 2, we don't know their status at this point, but GBI says that the investigation is ongoing. The crimes are misuse of police systems and technology. That's a misdemeanor. It's called a high misdemeanor here in Georgia. And then there's an oath of a violation of the oath of office in this case. So that's a felony here in Georgia. And so 8 years ago, the Georgia legislature, Hallie, did put in place laws to try to get a handle on the potential for misuse by law enforcement of this camera system.
So you're talking about what's happened in Georgia. We mentioned some of those other incidents around the country. Flock CEO came out and in an interview with Fox News responded to what we've seen, this backlash building here. Let me play a little bit of that.
What we have to prioritize as a country is compromise. How do we have our safety and how do we balance privacy?
What is it with the intense pushback to Flock specifically, but not necessarily other security or traffic cameras?
Well, I think it's sort of like, you think about like chapstick, right? It's just sort of the brand name that we all know, even though it's lip balm. It's not just chapstick. So this is sort of this company has become the company that is associated with this type of technology, although there are others of the more than 100,000 cameras that are out there around the country. Some of them are put out, sold by other companies. In this case, Flock says that they've helped law enforcement with more than 1 million cases in solving some of the missing persons cases, stolen car cases. But then you have people who feel like this is really just a slippery slope into out-and-out surveillance, cameras that are always running, that are always watching, that are going to be able to track people's movements, whether they're going to the grocery store or involved in a crime. And that, Hallie, has drawn the concern from folks who've, around the country, tried to take down these cameras, knock them down in some cases, who've gone and busted the lenses so they can't see, Hallie. And obviously that's a crime too, but it really speaks to the concern that people have about these cameras.
Yeah, no kidding. Aaron Gilchrist, thanks for being on top of this one for us. Appreciate it.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.